This video is a bit hard to make because it's about a realization that I had recently, a couple of days ago, that I've not felt really ever that it was okay for me to say no to sex that I didn't really want. And that really sucks because for me, if I feel like I can't say no to something, if I have the obligation to say yes, then my yes is kind of meaningless because I have to. Like, I don't have a choice. And so, even the times where I have wanted to have sex, it hasn't really ever been a full body yes because I didn't have the option of saying no. And I was thinking about this, just remembering some times in my life. I was on a dance floor at a club I used to go to quite often, and a friend came up who I used to sleep with every now and then, and he was like, "Something I like about you, you never say no." And at the time, it felt like something to be kind of proud of. But thinking about it now, in the context of this realization, it feels really heartbreaking that I didn't feel like I had the option to say no to things. And this comes, I think, from my teenage years, having a really awkward conversation with somebody about sex, and them inadvertently, like they were trying to protect me, but gave me the understanding that basically I shouldn't start things that I didn't want to finish or like didn't intend to see through, which meant that I've never really been able to enjoy flirting with people. I've never really been able to enjoy male company at all because I'm always on guard. There's always a part of me that's like, but if I'm too nice and if he starts showing interest, then I'm like, I don't have the opportunity to say no. Like, I have to kind of follow through, even if it wasn't my intention to start something like that. And so bringing all of these beliefs to consciousness has sucked, but also it's been a really worthwhile part of my own healing journey to now recognize and to start to teach my nervous system this is what no feels like. And yes, you can absolutely say no. It's your body and it belongs to you. And now that I'm creating a lot more safety and trying to be more embodied and feel like this is where I live instead of living like out here somewhere, it's felt horribly, horribly unsafe. And so I'm slowly starting to unpack why that feels so unsafe and to do a lot of work around creating safety to live inside of my body, to really feel that it's okay to be in here, that it's safe, that it's comfortable, that I belong in this body. And part of that is really claiming no for myself and knowing where my boundaries are and knowing what's okay and what's not okay, and making it possible for me to say no, which is going to then make it possible for me to have a full yes to people, to life, to sexual experiences, to everything. And I can already feel how that's bringing me so much more life and so much more aliveness, being fully embodied and having the ability to say no and the ability to say yes. So that's what I'm sitting with at the moment. And it feels big. It feels like there's a lot more here to unpack and to explore. And so I'd like to share some of the practices that I've been using to help me with this, creating safety in my body and really empowering my yes and my no and exploring all of that. So in a later video, I'm going to share some of those things with you. I'd love to hear your experiences with stuff like this. If you have had, does this story resonate? What are your experiences? I would love to hear. If you feel to share, just leave me a comment down below.